All right, today is a brutal hot day. It's supposed to be close to 90 and it's absolutely flat glassy. There's no wind. So that leaves us a good opportunity to, you can see that seagoing vessel right there in the background, that jet ski. We're gonna take that all the way across the bay. We're over here in Chesapeake Beach, which is on the western shore, and we're gonna go over to the eastern shore. There's a lighthouse over there. It's an old abandoned lighthouse. It's I think it's called Sharp's Island Light or something like that. It's one of the famous Chesapeake Bay lighthouses because it's angled, it's fallen over sideways, and it's been that way for years. But we're gonna rage the old jet ski right there across the bay and go explore that light. So yeah, we'll see you guys along the way. All right, we're all fueled up. We just hit up the gas dock, make sure we have a good full tank of gas before we get out here. That would be terribly embarrassing if we ran out of gas halfway across the bay. And so this jet ski we're riding here is, it belongs to good friends of ours that we grew up with back when we lived in this general area. Anyways, we've been having a good bit of fun here at our new location. But anyways, we grabbed a piece of rope off of our boat before we left because when we get over here to the lighthouse, there's no real ladder that comes down. So we have to figure out some way to get up on it, but we'll figure that out when we get here. So, but now we're past the no wake zone, so we're gonna go ahead and get up to speed and make some time. All right. So there is the lighthouse back there. I'm gonna try to keep it in the shot. I don't really know the history. I guess we should have Googled some stuff before we came out here. But it's always leaned like that for a really, really long time. It's not in use anymore. It hasn't been for a really long time. Anyways, we're gonna try to figure out how to get up on that thing and take a closer look. All right, this is gonna be easier than we thought. There's a whole other like basement we have to go down in there. What a neat place. Look how like just small all the proportions are. So neat. It has a fireplace. I can only imagine being out here like in a terrible winter storm looking out these windows but staying all nice and warm because of the fireplace. These nice spiral stairs. Let's go take a look upstairs. The old spiral staircase has definitely seen better days. It has iron treads. Look at that nice skirt board cut out and bent in there. Some serious quality work here. The whole thing is brick. Unbelievable. This is going to be a bit treacherous to get through here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it with one hand. I think I'm going to turn this shot off. You got to be super careful because it's actually another flight down. It's like 25 or 30 feet if you wipe out. So this looks like I'm not sure, just another closet behind the steps and a little closet over there. And probably just living space, I guess, for whoever the lighthouse keeper was. But let's go on up and take another look. So here we are on the 3rd story, and there's actually a 4th story. I didn't know that, but the stairs seem to be in pretty good shape up here, and this is a little bit smaller than the other 2 stories because the whole building tapers in as we go up. But anyways, let's go up to the 4th story and see what that looks like.
Oh, it's even cooler up here.
Unbelievable, the quality of the workmanship that went into building this thing. How everything is so thought out. Look at this nice like rounded handrail right there. And everything, this is both inside and outside wall, super light but also really rigid. And being up here in a proper storm would sure enough be pretty stimulating. So I think we're on the 4th story now. I kind of lost count, but this is the actual, I guess, 5th story technically, but that's where the light is, and we're going to go up there and take a look and see what that looks like. This ladder is pretty solid. So this is the top of the lighthouse right here. You can see that's definitely not original equipment. That was probably put in quite a few years back, actually. It doesn't look like it's been used in 20 years. This is some 12 volt nonsense. I'm sure what was here before was some sort of really impressive like oil lamp of some sort. But yeah, let's see if we can get a look around so you can see the view. And you can just about see forever up here. Again, imagine being up here in a proper storm in like January or February or something like that. That would be pretty amazing. So right there behind me, you can see that big davit. There was another one, but it broke off. It's right here in front of us. And that's where they would have their block and tackle hanging from that. So they would come out here in some sort of a launch, I'm not sure. Probably not a rowboat, but maybe in the early days it actually was. Not sure how they did that. But they would pull their little launch up on that, keep it out of the water, so in case they needed to get out of here. They probably got dropped off on like a much bigger boat or something like that. And then they probably had that launch as an escape or some means of emergency situation. Anyways, so we look down in the basement of this thing and there's like 3 big water tanks down there, I think, or big giant galvanized tanks. And I'd imagine they were used for water, but that's probably not true now that I think about it. It's probably actually oil.
Kerosene
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what that was for, the light. And I don't know what they did for storing things like coal for their fireplace and oil and drinking water and stuff like that. But those tanks were probably sure enough for that, for big oil tanks, so they could keep their lights burning all the time. Anyways, pretty neat structure. It has been sitting here completely abandoned for as long as I can remember, and I'm sure 100 years before that. But all of the material used in here was such quality material, it's still in pretty good shape. Most of the wood, it looks like, is cypress or something like that. So, and everything else is just mild steel, but it still held up to the elements pretty good. But we feel like we are pushing our luck here. We've been here for a good little while, and we better get out of here before some DNR boat sees us over here. So we are gonna make our break.
Are you all my personal dreams? Everything you know is in your mind.
All right, so we have safely made it back. There is the jet ski back in its slip, all safe and whatnot. So that was our little tour of the lighthouse. What an interesting structure. There's a couple different lighthouses on the bay, and one of them is further down. I think it's called Point No Point or something like that, and it was old, not quite as run down as that one. I think it was for sale at one point, and somebody bought it, and I often thought about that, what that would be like to own a lighthouse like that. I don't really know what you would do with it, but it would be really neat. Anyways, neat structure. So yeah, we're safely back here at port. You can see the jet ski. Let's do a pan over here, and you can see behind me, well, there's our little boat right there between these two big giant ones. And coincidentally, at this place, we're right across the dock from a good friend of ours' boat, and he's the guy with the jet ski. So we've been having fun here. They come down, they got a bunch of kids, and we go out all over the bay and just have a good time. Anyways, yep, just over here messing around the Chesapeake. But all this is going to come to an end soon, and we're going to have to get serious about headed back to our homestead and get busy on the forage again and catch up on some orders. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching. We'll see you next time.